Hey there, how are you today? My name is Dana Damara, and you have landed on Astrocast. This is your weekly forecast from April 1st through April 7th. Okay, so if you're watching and listening to this, I'm assuming you have already read and listened to and found out that today Mercury goes into retrograde. So this is really the biggest this is some of the biggest energy we have all year, actually. And I'm preparing to do a whole month of April. This is the biggest month in astrology of the year. And this energy kicks it off today. So we're sitting in between two eclipses. We had our lunar eclipse last week, and now we are about to, in about a week, experience the solar eclipse. And then right smack dab in the middle, we have Mercury retrograde. Now, Mercury retrograde is sometimes, it gets a bad rap, right? So Mercury in retrograde, people say, don't sign a contract, watch how you communicate, um, be really mindful, messages may get lost, and all of that is true. So during this potent time of retrograde, which is the first half of retrograde, until Mercury goes and conjuncts the sun, this first half of Mercury retrograde is important to really pay attention to communication. And by communication, I don't just mean like the output of communication, but also the input. Like, what are you allowing into your space? And then the other piece of this is like the other side of Mercury retrograde is when Mercury goes into retrograde, our intuition is actually really high. So it's a potent time to drop into your meditation practice, to listen to the subtle signs, right? So I think the theme really of this week is to listen to your intuition, to pay attention to communication. What are you communicating and what are you allowing in? Um, Also this week, what else do we have this week? Oh, this is the other it's a real soft energy. It's Venus and Neptune will conjunct one another. Now, when Venus conjuncts one another, it happens in Pisces. Venus is abundance, love, money, value, what you value, how you value yourself, and it will conjunct Neptune. Now, keeping in mind that every planet, every energy has two sides, right? We all have a dark and a light, a positive and negative. Notice I didn't say good or bad, right? There's a difference. This is one of the most significant influences of this week because while we love all of these things about Venus, when that energy conjuncts Neptune, which is also a very soft, sensitive, intuitive sign, planet, a soft planet, soft energy. When these two come together, it could create a beautiful sense of ease, or it could create delusions or fantasies. So again, I think communication and heightened awareness and sensitivity is really a beautiful theme. Like, ask yourself, is this really happening, or am I making it up in my mind? And Mercury retrograde will do that. It will confuse you. It will. It's just the way that it is. Um, Venus sextiles Pluto also at the end of the week, which deepens all of that energy, right? So Pluto will deepen everything. Pluto will intensify everything. And remember, this is moving us to the new moon solar eclipse, which happens on the 8th. New moon solar eclipse is all about setting really deep, beautiful intentions. And so you want to be really clear, like, what stone am I not overturning to see what's under there? What am I, blinding myself to in order to make this story match what I want? Maybe you never do that, but I do sometimes. So I'm sure you do sometimes too. So just pay attention this week. Allow this heightening, this sensitive energy to really point you in a direction that is an alignment and attunement, as opposed to lead you down a road of illusion. It's better for all of us, right? So I want to say thank you so much for listening. If you want your chart read, reach out to me. Always a good time. I personally look at mine every year, and then I have my astrologist read mine because I feel like I could miss something, or I could make something up in my head that's not true because I don't want to see it, right? So I think it's always really important to get your chart read once a year and just see what's coming up for you. So if you want to do that, reach out to me on my website, danatamara.com. I hope you're having a great day, you guys. Have a beautiful week. Namaste.